Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today I'm going to be playing, let's adjust the volume a little bit, yeah, I'm playing Doki Doki Vigilante. It's a Doki Doki Literature Club mod made by AfroZero, who is a YouTuber who does DDLC mods, I mean, he streamed my mod, or one of my mods, I should say. So I thought I'd return the favor. Well, not streaming it, but recording it. Anyway, yeah, hey, that's neat. I'm gonna turn this text speed up because that's how I roll. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. I'm gonna name myself Tormuse because that's also how I roll. Yeah, I have no idea what to expect of this. Oh, neat. I'm going into this totally blind. This is some nice artwork in this. Like, it's got, I like the text box, the little stars. It's that's cool. I slowly and groggily open my eyes. That's neat. The sun is shining brightly through the window on this fresh Sunday morning. My bones are still aching a bit from yesterday, though. I'm really glad I don't have a lot of stuff, or else this move would be a bigger pain than it already is. Sadly, I can't stay in bed forever. Get out of my bed and stretch, getting ready to start my day. After I take a quick shower and make myself look presentable, I head downstairs. When she learned I was moving back down here, my old childhood friend Sayare was quick to make plans for us to hang out. I didn't mind, especially since I was most likely going to spend the entire day playing video games if she didn't. I take my phone out of my pocket to see who it is. ... Well, speak of the devil. Hey Tormuse, are you awake? Better not still be asleep. I should probably text her back to put her at ease. I'm awake, don't worry. Oh, that's surprising. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Tongue emoji. Whatever, are you ready? Yep, I'm outside waiting for you, Slowpoke. Wow, she's already outside. She must be really excited for today. Okay, I'll be right out. After saying the text, I put my phone back into my pocket. Well, it's time to see my best friend for the first time in 5 years. I gently open the door and walk outside. I walk down the sidewalk that leads from my house to the road. I'm then greeted by a familiar-looking girl with a big red bow and her coral pink hair. Tormuse, it's so great to see you. Do I know you, miss? What? I'm supposed to be meeting my friend Sayare here. Have you seen her? I'm Sayare. What? No, you're not. The Sayare I knew was way shorter. Hey, I wasn't that short. I chuckle and rustle her hair a bit. It's good to see you too. See you again too, Sayare. Beaming smile goes back on Sayare's face. Aw, she then gives me a big hug. Her hugs are always so warm. It's nice to know that it hasn't changed. After a few minutes, we release each other, and we then start walking down the road. So, what did you plan on doing today? Wait, I was supposed to make the plans for today? Well, yeah, it was your idea for us to go out. I didn't know that meant I had to plan things. I let it a sigh. It's fine. Why don't we just go to the park? Ooh, that's a great idea. Suddenly, Sayare grabs onto my arm. Wait, what? Let's go! Without warning, she starts running towards the park, dragging me with her. It's nice to know that this hasn't changed either. Wow, this place really takes me back. Sayare and I used to go to this park all the time when we were kids. Here we are. Geez, you couldn't find any newer parks, Sayare? Decided to tease her a bit before sitting on a nearby bench. What? Don't be a meanie. This place is sentimental. I know. I was just messing with you. Glad you took me here. I knew it'd be a good idea since there aren't many new parks anyway. Sayare sits down beside me. Suppose it hasn't been long enough for them to build new ones yet, huh? Nope, I guess it hasn't. We both sit in silence for a few moments, enjoying the light breeze and warm sun hitting our skin. Watching the butterflies and birds fly up high into the sky, seeing kids run around in the field, makes me realize just how gorgeous this place has always been. It's good to be back. How have you been, Sayare? I've been really good. Lots of stuff happened while you were gone. I made a lot of friends and I joined a club at school. Wow, that's really cool. It's nice to know you've made some new friends. Yeah, things have been really fun with them around. And now that you're here, they can be your friends too. And we can all hang out together. Sayare using the H word. That's a possibility. Meeting Sayuri's friends, huh? That could be interesting. I'm relieved that she made some new friends while I was gone. I'd hate it if I left her alone all this time. Silence once again falls upon us for a few moments, till it is broken yet again, this time by Sayuri. Hey, Tormies. Are you coming to school tomorrow? Yeah, of course. Kinda have to. Why do you ask? Well, I was thinking that you should run the club I'm in. I'm actually the vice president. Oh, wow. I'm happy for you. But what's your club about? It's a literature club. You know, reading books, writing, all that fun stuff. A literature club wasn't something I was expecting to hear from her. And definitely wasn't something I was expecting Sayuri to be involved with either. I suppose everyone changes in some ways. Literature, huh? Sorry, Sayuri, but I'm not really interested in that type of stuff. Aw, please. It's not as boring as you think. Look, literature just isn't something I'm really interested in, alright? Okay. Sayuri looks away, clearly upset with my decision. Don't think I'm not gonna try and change your mind later. Well, that was a 180. Figured she wasn't gonna stay upset for long. She's using the fact that I refused as motivation to try and get me to join. It's typical of her to bug me about things she really wants me to do, so I pretty much expected this out of her. Good luck with that. Put a small smirk on my face just long enough for her to notice. She giggles playfully at my attempt. Sayuri springs up from the bench as lightly as ever and grabs onto my arm. Come on, let's go for a walk. More walking? Didn't we just sit down? Sayuri, you know I'm not cut out for this stuff. Please? There's a new candy shop in town. I want to show you. Candy shop? Are you sure you've grown up? Hey, you're being mean again. I giggle at her childish behavior and stand up. Let's go and get you a treat then, As soon as those words leave my mouth, her eyes light up. Yeah, let's go! Sayuri pulls my arm and drags me down the road towards town. If she keeps this up, I'm gonna need a new arm. We enter a very familiar looking town, one that I remember exploring when I was younger. Quickly noticed a lot of new things since I was last here. New shops being renovated and older shops being bought out for new ones. I suppose this explains why they haven't built any new parks. As we walk, I start looking at all the shops and buildings around us. Meanwhile, Sayuri's eyes are dead set on the direction she's taking me. She must be really excited. Eventually, we stop in front of a little shop. Surprisingly, no one was in there. This is the place. Definitely looks new. I say this as my eyes inspect the shop. Do you come here often? Yeah, me and the rest of the club come here sometimes. I usually go by myself, though, since, well, I have a bit of a sweet tooth. Trust me, Sayuri, I know. In fact, it's probably gotten worse over the years. You wouldn't be wrong. She quickly pulls me inside the candy shop, not wasting any more time. I gotta say that there's a lot of attention to the detail of her facial expressions, like making sure her mouth is open when she's speaking, closed when she's not speaking. I having experienced making mods, I know that takes a lot of diligence and tedious work. So kudos for that. I can see that a lot of work went into this mod. In addition to the artwork and the music, I recognize this song from Manga Before Story. It's a nice little tune. It's a nice variation on the DDLC theme. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of Manga Before Story, I recognize this from that too. As soon as I walk in, my nose is immediately filled with the smell of chocolate. Honestly, I wouldn't expect it to smell like anything else. Walking around with Sayuri in this place is an interesting feeling. The scent of all the sweets around me is calming, and watching Sayuri frolic around in the store, looking at all the chocolate around her, is absolutely adorable. It sure is. She's like a kid in a candy shop. Quite literally. Johnny's, look at this! Sayuri shows me a section of the store full of chocolate that's shaped like other different foods, such as cheeseburgers and hot dogs. It's definitely interesting, but not something I would voluntarily eat. Me neither, but they look really cool, right? Yeah, I guess they do. She shows me a few other things she's encountered in the store, such as small chocolate marshmallow cats and chocolate disguised to look like mushrooms. After a bit of searching, she finally takes her pick and sets on a box of Pocky. You know, like, not that I watch a lot of anime or anything, but I know where this is going. Do you want one too, Toymies? Sure. No, I can go for some candy. She grabs a box for me and makes her way toward the counter. I pull out my wallet to pay. Sayuri abruptly stops me, though. Are you sure, Tormuse? I should be the one paying for it. You just moved here. It's fine, Sayuri. You're the one showing me around. The least I can do is pay for your candy. Well, alright. I give the money to the man behind the register. Geez, I didn't think it would make this much I didn't think this would make such a dent in my wallet. You need to be more cautious when it comes to spending my money on girls. After I'm done paying, Sayuri and I walk out the door with our snacks. Thanks for paying, Tormuse, even though you didn't have to. Hey, it was no problem. That's a total lie. It was a problem. My wallet is furious with me. That place is really cool, right? Yeah, it looked pretty fancy. I'll keep it in mind whenever I'm craving some candy. I'm glad you took me there. I put a smile on my face as I look at her, and she reciprocates with a smile that represents the sun itself. Do you want to walk a bit more before we go home? Sure, I have some time to kill. Besides, I'm having a good time. That's great. If you're having fun, then I'm having fun. We begin to walk around town, spotting some of the old places I used to visit. It brings back the old days where I would play tag with Sayuri and chase her through all the passing adults. Definitely wasn't the safest thing to do, but it sure was fun. We continued to walk around a bit more, eating the treats we bought. We look through the windows of some new shops and glance at menus belonging to restaurants we might go to. One of the cafes definitely caught my eye back there. We really have to go there sometime. Soon my legs get tired. I told Sayuri I wasn't cut out for this stuff. Alright, Sayuri, don't you think it's time to go back home? She glances up at me and then up at the bright orange sky as the sun began to set. Oh, it is getting late, huh? Okay, we can start heading back now. She smiled again, but looked slightly weaker. What's with the slip into past tense? I guess I wasn't the only one getting tired. We start walking back and eventually make it to our neighborhood. The sun had set and the horizon was lit up by a dark purple, followed by the bluish-black night sky. Sorry, something cut. Oh yeah, there's your button there. I just noticed. Do these work? Hey, neat. It just jumped out at me. It's the international spelling of neighborhood, not the American spelling. And I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, I wonder how. I didn't even look at the crowds. How big is the team that made this mod? Because I don't think it wasn't just Afro Zero. Anyway, the sun had set and the horizon was lit up by dark purple, followed by the bluish-black night sky. Yeah, because this, like, up to this point, it's been all in present tense, and now it's like weaving between present and past tense. That makes me think that maybe there was a change in writer for this scene or something. I had a lot of fun today, Sayuri. Thanks for showing me around. It was no problem. I love spending the entire day with you. Felt like we were little kids again. Looks like Sayuri was feeling nostalgic as well while we were walking around. How does feeling like a kid feel any different to how you feel now? Oh, ha ha, very funny. Uh-oh, music stopped. I show you around town, this is how you pay me? Hey, I paid for your candy. Also, I was only kidding around. I don't know. What you said really hurt my feelings. I think the only way to truly make me feel better is to join the literature club. Nice try, but I'm still not joining. Darn it! Really thought I had you. Sayuri taps her fingers together and pouts in defeat. I may be tired, but I'm not tired enough to fall for a guilt trip like that. Especially when it's that blatant. I'll see you tomorrow, Sayuri. Okay, good night, Tormuse. See you tomorrow. She gives me a tight hug for a few seconds and then lets go of me. Don't oversleep on your first day of school, okay? I'll try not to. Depends on how comfy my bed is tonight. Sayuri giggles and then starts skipping back to her house. She can be really cute sometimes. After she leaves my sight, I begin walking the path to my own house. That was a cute, sweet little scene. Again, I'm not sure what to expect out of this mod. I mean, judging by the artwork and the title, I'm expecting there's going to be some kind of action happening. And it's not going to stay with the cute, sweet little slice of life stuff, but let's see where this goes. I walk into the kitchen and turn the lights on. Got a lot of exercise today. Maybe I'll go on walks with Sayuri more often. Go over to the fridge and make myself a quick dinner. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich should work. Open up the cabinet and grab the jar of peanut butter. It's a great meal, by the way. It's my go-to for if I'm especially if I'm packing to eat out somewhere like a lunch for work or whatever, because it's a meal that you don't have to heat or cool, and it's filling, and it's just good stuff. Anyway. Open up the cabinet and grab a jar of peanut butter. I then walk over to the fridge and eat the jelly. This movie really killed my food supply. Sorry, did you just say you ate the... Oh, you got the jelly. For a second there, I swear I said that eat the jelly. I was like, wait, what? Anyway, this move really kills my food supply. All I have is bread and instant noodles. I got the loaf of bread off the top of the fridge. ... And there's only 2 pieces left. Looks like I'm stuck with only instant noodles after this. I really have to go shopping sometime this week. Actually, I could have gone today. Damn it. I beat myself up for a few minutes over that before heading to my room. I sit in my bed to finally rest my legs. So it was nice. A lot of walking around, but nice. Take a bite out of my sandwich and look around at the leftover boxes scattered around about my room. Honestly, I should probably unpack them, but I don't really need anything from them right now, so there's no rush. Finish eating my sandwich and get up to change my clothes. I never bothered to get actual pajamas, since a t-shirt and shorts are all I need to be comfortable. After changing my clothes, I hear a noise from outside. Turn off the lights so whoever or whatever is down there can't see me. I slowly look out the window to see what's going on. Who's that? Take up a pair of silhouettes. Looks like a girl, but her face is hidden by something. She looks like she's fighting someone? Her opponent is fast, but so is she. She's dodging every slash he throws out with his pocket knife. I'm impressed at how agile she is. After some more agile movement, she seems to get fed up with his antics and pulls out a gun. I hear Cockett loading it up with the round. What the hell is this guy doing? Get the hell out of here! I want to scream this at him, but I can't risk drawing attention to myself. Luckily, the man stops attacking and bolts, running as fast as he can. Thank God he ran away. That was something. The girl appears to look around and then proceeds to zip down the alley. Good she didn't shoot him. That's something I really didn't want to see before bed. Let it alongside trying to rest my nerves. Yeah, I'm tempted to say call the police, but if you didn't really see anything, so yeah, and they both ran away anyway. Can't believe that just happened. That guy, whoops. Sorry, the text going bits at a time is throwing me. What did that say? That guy, he almost died. I started thinking the situation over, really trying to grasp why all that happened. Maybe she had no intention of shooting him? It could have just been a threat to get him to back off. Although I do wonder what that guy did to make them fight. Or maybe I'm reading this all wrong and she's actually the one that started it. I shouldn't be thinking about this right now. I need to get some sleep before I miss my first day of school. I lay down on my bed and pull the covers over me. Once I'm comfortable, sleep starts to overtake me. Where am I? My thoughts are hazy. It's pitch black all around me. Is this a dream sequence? What's going on? I suddenly hear a sparkling noise in the distance. I try to look around, blinded by the darkness, to see if I could find any kind of light. My eyes, desperate to see, finally saw something. It was quite literally a ball of light, twinkling as it hovered in the void. I slowly walked over to it. It was much closer than it appeared to be. Without thinking, I reached my hand out towards it. My body felt like it wanted some kind of hope, something to tell me I'm okay, that this blinding void isn't as scary as it's made out to be. The light felt warm against my skin. It was like touching a fire, but without pain. The light seemed peaceful, and I gripped it into the palm of my hand and shut it. A few moments passed in this position, my hand grasping the light. Then started to shine brightly, almost blinding me and getting rid of the void before me. It took up everything. The darkness was now filled with a blinding white light, and my skin was blistered and red. What's happening to me? I feel nothing. Yeah, I guess that was a dream sequence. Yeah! My alarm clock wakes me up with a jump. I quickly smack the button on the top of it to shut it up. I look down to see my body covered in sweat. What the hell just happened? Nifty. So we're into Monday, I guess. That was a dream, right? All I remember was grabbing some ball of light and it growing bigger, eventually destroying me. I quickly began to relax. It was just a dream after all. It's not like anything actually happened to me. After taking the covers off my body, I get out of bed and begin to stretch. Today is my first day of school here, and I'm starting in the second semester. I need to focus on getting ready. I slip on my blazer and tie my tie as I walk out the door with my bag. I make a quick stop at the fridge to get something to eat before I leave. It'd have to be noodles, I guess. I start scanning the inside for anything I can snack on, something quick. I spot an apple sitting in the fridge. Oh, okay, it wasn't just noodles. Not a big fan of fruit, but I guess I have no other choice right now. I grab the apple and take it with me outside. Do we need this much detail? As I step outside of my house, I hear a familiar voice. Toy Muse! Turn around to see where the voice is coming from. I soon see Sayuri barreling down the street at high speed. She stops beside me, breathing heavily as she tries to catch her breath. Ah, I want to walk with you. She could barely get that sentence out with how hard she was breathing. Sure, we can walk together. The next time, don't run that much if you can't handle it. She looks up at me with a pouty look on her face. Hey, I could totally handle it, meanie. Begin walking forward, chuckling to myself. Sorry, just want to check something. Okay. What was that? I didn't hear you. I put my hand next to my ear for emphasis. It's good to know you're still a dummy after all this time. She ends her statement with a giggle and proceeds to walk beside me. I want to tell Sayuri about what I saw yesterday and even about that dream I had last night, but I also don't want her to worry too much about me. I don't know, I think witnessing a knife fight in the middle of the night is noteworthy enough to make conversation about, but oh well. Anyway, I'm sure that dream probably meant nothing. I'm just overreacting. And that fight, probably just a misunderstanding of some sort? That makes sense, I think. Whatever, I should probably stop thinking about this and just try to focus on today. So, are you nervous? Nervous for what? Your first day, silly. Oh, not really. It's just school. I've done this a million times by now. I guess you're right. Sayuri proceeds to giggle nervously. Well, how about new people? Are you excited to meet some? I mean, I guess. I was never one to go out of my way to talk to people. So you're just going to wait for them to come up to you? Well, yeah. Isn't that what everyone does? No, it's what people with no social skills do. Oh. You really need to work on those, you know. In fact, I can even help you. I'll pass, Sayuri. I don't think I need the help right now. What? Sure you do. We continue our pointless bickering until we get to school. I call it pointless because neither of us end up backing down, so nothing was truly gained from our argument. We were both pretty stubborn. I do like the dynamic between MC and Sayuri, by the way. I mean, like the banter's cute. Anyway, moving on. We arrive just as the first bell rings. I'll see you later, Toy Muse. She says this in a very chipper voice. See ya, Sayuri. I watch her as she skips down the hallway towards her class. That's one innocent girl. I begin to tread off to my own class in the opposite direction. But upon turning around, I feel a thud of another person against my arm as I drop my binder and papers to the ground. I'm sorry. I immediately hate myself after noticing the person I ran into. A beautiful girl who also wore an expression of surprise. It's okay. Here, let me help you. Okay. She bends down. I was expecting that to be one of the other girls from the literature club, but maybe I guess there's no sprite for her. She bends down, begins to help me pick up my things. Of all the times to be clumsy, this is one of the worst. I just had to do it in front of a pretty girl, didn't I? Once we're done, she hands me my loose papers. Oh, there it is, Monica. You really should put those in a binder. You know, like the one you're holding right now. She giggles a small bit after saying that. Is she teasing me? She literally just met me. Yeah, I'll remember that next time. Thanks a lot for helping me. I feel a nervous drop of sweat go down the back of my head. It's no problem. I was happy to help. By the way, I don't remember seeing you around here before. Are you new? She says this as if she pays attention to the people who attend here. Is she popular? Yeah, I am. My name is Tormuse. I become a bit fidgety at the fact that this girl is actually interested in talking to me. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Tormuse. My name is Monica. Monica? That's a cute name. It's nice to meet you too. It's nice to meet you too, Monica. I think I'm starting to get the hang of talking to this girl. I'd love to stand here and talk with you more, but I have to get to class. I hope to see you around sometime. With that, she quickly walks towards her classroom, wherever that may be. Right when I got used to talking to her too. I hope I actually do see her again. While thinking about her interaction, I start heading to my own class, being careful not to bump into anybody else on the way there. Alright, time for my first class at this place. So hope it's not as boring as classes were at my old school. Wait, what class is this anyway? Take my schedule out of my bag and look over it to check. Let's see... God damn it! Out of all the subjects to have first, give me math. After this realization, I let out a long sigh. Well, let's see how long I can last before falling asleep. Finally, it's over. I survived my first day of school. It was honestly not that bad, besides the whole math being first thing. I grab my bag and leave the classroom, eager to get home. As I'm walking down the hall, I try to think of what to do once I get home. Taking a nap would be redundant considering what I did earlier. I guess I could always try some new anime. I think my backlog is empty for once, so I should probably take advantage of that. I did it. All of a sudden, I bump into something and fall right on my butt. Ow, these floors are really hard. I'm sorry, I wasn't watching where I was going. Did I seriously bump into someone again? How much of a klutz am I? Hand extends down to help me, presumably the person I bumped into. I take their hand and get up with their assistance. Once I'm up, I get a good look at their face. It's Monica. I really bumped into this girl twice today? I don't know. I'm starting to think it's deliberate. I kind of suspected the first time Monica might have bumped into him on purpose. I'm suspecting that she was the silhouette that we saw during the night scene. I mean, it looked like her anyway. So, anyway. Do you bump into every girl you meet, or am I the exception? I'm really sorry. I just sometimes get too caught up in my thoughts and forget to see where I'm going a lot of the time. Don't worry, it's fine. Seems like you caused more trouble for yourself than you did for me. That fall didn't look so pretty. Oh, yeah, it definitely hurt. But that's nothing I can't handle. Besides, forget the fall, my pride is more hurt over the fact that I fell after bumping into a girl, let alone the same girl I bumped into earlier. Nice job making yourself look more like a loser, Tormuse. Well, I'm glad to hear you're not hurt. She says this with a bright smile. Not sure if she knew that was a lie or not. By the way, Tormuse. Yeah? Do you have any plans for after school? I recoil at what she just asked me. I must have heard her wrong, right? There's no way she's asking me out. Right? She can't be. She'd never go for a guy like me. Not really. Why? Well, me and my club were kind of... My club and I... Monica. Literature club president, you should know this. Sorry. Me and my club and I were kind of looking for some new members. And I was wondering if you would be interested in joining. Join your club, huh? Like I told Sayuri, I'm not really the type of guy to join after-school clubs. Spending more time at school than necessary is not exactly something I'd love to do. Although, if I join Monica's club, I might get to know her better. But she seems nice. I'd feel pretty bad turning her down. Sure. I'll join. Great. Our meeting is starting soon. You should join us. It'd be a wonderful opportunity to get you settled in and meet the other members. Oh, okay. Where's the room for the club? You're standing right next to it. I look over to my left to see a classroom door. Oh, I see. I was actually about to go inside until our little collision happened. Why did you have to bring that up? It's hard to forget it happened if you bring it back up. I'm still sorry about that, by the way. Don't worry about it too much, it's fine. Besides, it can now be used as ammo for me to tease you with. Wait, what? Monica cuts me off as she opens the door to the club room. Shall we? She proceeds to walk through the doorway as I follow her. Hey everyone, I brought a new member with me today. I look around the room and see 2 other girls here with us. Honestly, I was not expecting so few members to be part of this club. Granted, I've never been a part of a school club before, so maybe this is pretty standard. I get a better look at one of the girls in the club. She has a violet-colored hair and seems somewhat tall compared to Monica. She's sitting at a desk holding a book while wearing a shy expression on her face. The other girl, though, seems like the complete opposite. She's short, has bright pink hair, and wears an angry expression on her face as she stares holes through me. Yeah, the new expressions are kind of funny. I'm assuming this is made with mood posing tool or similar. All the new expressions. What the heck is this, Monica? She yells as well, pointing straight at me. As I said, he's our newest member. Everyone, this is Tormuse. Hi. Purple-haired girl quickly gets up and walks over to her to join us. It's nice to meet you, Tormuse. My name is Yuri. It's nice to meet you too, Yuri. And after we greet each other, she gives me a small smile. She looks way less shy than she did earlier. Monica, why is our new member a boy? I think it has something to do with chromosomes, but I couldn't tell you. I'm not an expert. Monica giggled at my response. Pink-haired girl, however, did not find it very amusing. Slipping into past tense again. Don't test me, dummy. Suddenly, the clubroom door bursts open and someone runs inside. I'm super sorry I'm late, Monica. It won't happen again, I promise. It's fine, Sayuri. Also, you promised me that the last time you were late. Oh, I forgot I said that. Besides, we haven't even started yet since we were welcoming our newest member. Oh, who is... She cuts herself off as soon as she sees me. Her eyes widen and her jaw drops. I brace myself for impact. Tormuse! She yells as she runs over and hugs me tightly. The usual Sayuri thing to do. Sayuri, you're crushing me. Whoops. She lets it go immediately after I say that. Sorry, I'm just really surprised to see you. What are you doing here? I thought you said you didn't want to join the literature club. Wait, this is the literature club you were talking about? I thought this was Monica's club. My club is the literature club. Huh, it is? Why didn't you tell me that earlier? Because if I did, you wouldn't join. She flashes me a teasing smile. We learned a lot about you from the stories Sayuri told us. Aha! It was... That lends to my theory of intentional collision from Monica. Anyway, I had a feeling that if she asked, you wouldn't join, so I made sure someone else asked you and invited you to a club you didn't even know the name of. Wow, this girl actually just played me. She's pretty clever, which also makes her possibly dangerous to my well-being. Now then, let's get back to the introductions. You already met Yuri and I. You went me and the literature club before. Now you're saying Yuri and I when it should actually be me and Yuri. You use I in the place where you would use I. Like, okay. Sorry. The grammar pet peeve. Because you use I where you would use I, and me where you'd use me. Like, you've already met me, not you've already met I. And like, the literature club and I is looking for someone rather than like you wouldn't say me is looking for new people. You would say I am looking for new people. Therefore, the literature club and I are looking. So, anyway, moving on. Sorry, I'm in proofreading mode. I can't snap out of it. You've already met Yuri and I, and you've already known Sayuri for a while. That leaves one last person to introduce themselves to you. All the girls dart their eyes onto the pink-haired one. She looks back at them, clearly embarrassed. Why is everyone looking at me? You didn't introduce yourself to Tormuse? No, I didn't. Because I don't see why I should introduce myself to some gross boy. Ouch. Come on, Natsuki. Tormuse isn't that bad. While Sayuri was trying to convince Natsuki that I wasn't a bad person, my eyes were drawn to something. Hey, is that manga in the closet? As soon as I say this, Natsuki immediately scowls at me. Yeah, it is. You have a problem with it? No, not really. I was actually kind of interested. Unexpectedly, her anger changed into curiosity. You like reading manga? Yeah. If I'm being honest, it's all I read. Yuri instantaneously gives a look of disappointment. Was it something I said? Okay, I guess he's allowed to stay. That's cute. Look at that blush. Yay, thanks, Natsuki. Sayuri runs over and hugs her, much to Natsuki's dismay. Well, that was a quick change of attitude. If only me mentioning that I read manga worked on all girls, I'd be a stud. I quickly noticed Monica walk to the front of the room. Okay, everyone. Now that we're all here, we can resume our daily activities. Once Monica's done giving that announcement, all the girls all go to different locations in the room. Natsuki goes to the back of the room and sits down in front of the closet, reading a manga from our collection. Yuri and Sayuri both sit down at desks. Yuri continues reading her book, while Sayuri starts writing something on a piece of paper. As for Monica, she sits down at the teacher's desk and begins writing as well. Well, seems like everyone has something to do here but me. I guess I could see what Sayuri's up to. I do know her the best out of everyone here, so at least it won't be awkward. I was starting to wonder if I was going to get a choice. I don't know anything about this mod. I don't know if this is totally linear or if I like get to choose who to spend time with or what. I mean, I guess we'll find out. Anyway, I walk over to the desk next to Sayuri's and sit down. She notices me and waves. What are you up to, goofball? I'm writing a poem. Really? What's it about? That's a secret. Sayuri starts to cover the paper with her hands. Okay then. Will I at least be able to read it when it's done? Of course you will. All members participate in poem sharing. Wait. Poem sharing? We have to share poems? Yeah, something we do every so often. We used to share every day, but then Monica decided to change it to every week. Why the change? I don't know. She did say something about not having enough time though. I was a little upset at the change, but Yuri and Natsuki seemed happy about it. Huh, I see. I feel like I have to talk to Monica about this poem sharing stuff. Well, if you'll excuse me, sorry, I need to talk to Monica real quick. I get up from my chair. Okay, see ya, Tormuse. After saying that, she goes back to writing her poem. I walk over to the teacher's desk and stop in front of it. Monica, can we talk? Monica stops writing and looks up at me. Oh, hello, Tormuse. Sure, we can talk. I had a feeling you'd have some questions. She gives me a warm smile after saying this. Sayuri told me something about sharing poems. Oh, yeah, I never told you about that, did I? Sorry about that. It's fine. I was just wondering if I had to do it or not. Of course you do. Every member has to participate. Damn. Okay, but do I have to write it? Like, can I just get a poem off the internet and share that? She starts giggling after I ask my question. Wait, is she laughing at me? What's so funny? It's nothing. I just never met someone who would try so hard to get out of doing work. Hey, it's not that I don't want to do work. It's totally that. I really don't want to spend time writing poetry. It's that I'm not very good at writing poems. Well, that's why you try to write one first and then share it with the club. We're all somewhat experienced in writing, so we'll be able to give you some pointers. Right. I'm not getting out of this, am I? Monica gets up from her chair and starts walking past me, but soon stops when she gets right next to me. By the way, come up with a better excuse next time. My eyes widen as she whispers this to me. Wait, okay, everyone? I think it's best we cut this meeting a little shorter than usual, due to the fact we managed to get a new member today. She smiles in my direction for a second before turning back to the girls. That's all for now. Remember to finish your poems by Friday. See you all tomorrow. I open up my backpack and start packing my things. Before I can finish, Sayuri walks over to me. Hey, Tormuse, I was wondering something. What's up? You want to walk home together? Like we used to? Oh, that's right. Me and Sayuri... you did it again. It should be Sayuri and I. Me and Sayuri used to walk home from school together when we were younger. Sure, why not? Awesome! Ready to go? I pack up all my stuff and close my bag. Yep, let's go. Sayuri and I wave goodbye to the other girls and walk out of the club room. Walking down the street from school with Sayuri. Geez, it feels like I'm 7 again. Abruptly, Sayuri breaks my nostalgic days. So, how was your first day? Yeah, it was alright. Classes were boring as hell. Did you expect them to be fun? Good point. We continue walking from school as we both fall silent after a while. Sayuri was never this silent back when we used to walk home together. I look over to see a nervous expression on Sayuri's face. She clearly wants to say something but doesn't know how to say it. Glance away quickly before she notices me eyeballing her. She'll find the courage to say it eventually. Hey, so, how'd you like the club? Wait, she's nervous about that? It was alright, I kinda had fun. Really? Yeah. Sayuri takes a sigh of relief. I'm really glad to hear that, Tormuse. She then gives me a big smile. That's a new expression. Were you scared I wasn't going to like it? Kinda. I know literature isn't really your thing, and Monica did kinda trick you into showing up. Yeah, that is true. However, I'm willing to give it a shot. Makes me really happy that you are. And who knows, maybe you'll actually like poem sharing. So she says that, I get a grave reminder. I have to write a poem. Oh, yeah, maybe I will. My tone was anything but excited. However, Sayuri didn't seem to notice. I am not looking forward to writing poems, not in the least bit. But maybe she has a point. Maybe I will start enjoying this at some point. See you tomorrow, Tormuse. See you, Sayuri. With that, she quickly runs off in the direction of her house. I walk up to the walkway to my house and unlock the door. Yeah, so 40 minutes. I guess I'll keep this to about an hour, so I'll do one more in-game day. Evening. Sitting in the darkness of my room, I wonder what to write. The lamp beside me shines onto my paper, my blank paper. I need to write something, anything. I'm starting to think I'm not cut out for this. Could just make an excuse, right? You can just say that I was too busy or I was sick. But then that would ruin my reputation there, wouldn't it? Wait, what am I saying? I just joined today. I have no reputation. I would disappoint the girls, though. Especially Monica and Sayuri. I rest my head down onto my desk, desperately grasping for any topic to write about. Suddenly, a sharp pain courses through my skull. A headache? Seriously? The pain gradually grows bigger and bigger. What the hell? This is pretty harsh for just an average headache. The pain is growing so rapidly it seems unrealistic. What is this? Just when I thought the pain couldn't get any worse, my head throbs harder. It's still growing. Ooh. I grip the sides of my head with my hands, trying to get the pain to relax at least a small bit, but nothing is working. I can't reach my phone to call anyone. I can't even stand up. My thinking is getting cloudy. I feel helpless. I scream out in agony for anyone to hear me. Ah! The cry just rattles my head, making the pain even worse. Bashing my skull with a bat would feel way better than this. I can see my vision getting hazy, and I feel like I'm dying. I close my eyes as I feel my body collapse onto my desk. That was dramatic. Is he having a stroke or something? After what feels like a few minutes, I slowly open them again. The pain and dizziness in my head still lingers, but very faintly. I gently raise my head up off my desk and go for my phone. First thing I do once I grab it is check the time, 1:47 a.m. I've been out for 3 hours. Everything seems to have gone back to normal. I stare down at my blank paper groggily. Forgot about this. Maybe I can write about what I just experienced. Maybe you can call a freaking ambulance. Sorry, you just experienced blinding pain followed by loss of consciousness for 3 hours. This is a cause for concern. You want to go to a hospital, buddy? Anyway. Maybe I can just write about what I just experienced. Seems like it could work. Might as well give it a shot. Write it while you're in the waiting room at the hospital. Okay. Anyway, plus it's not like I could think of any better ideas right now. I spent about 10 minutes writing down a short poem of what just happened. I'm somewhat proud of myself for actually working in the end and not coming up with some half-baked excuse. After I'm finished, I turn my lamp off and lay down in my bed, not even bothering to change clothes. I have another uniform and I can just shower in the morning, so it doesn't really matter. My drowsiness slowly starts to overtake me. And Tuesday! Yeah, see, the silhouette looks like Monica's got the bow and she's carrying a gun. Anyway, are you even paying attention? Huh? Oh, yeah, I am. When I walked into the club room today, Natsuki basically forced me to read manga with her. I use the term forced loosely, since I don't really mind reading with her. The only problem is I can't really focus on the story right now. I keep thinking about that strong pain I felt last night. What could have caused that? I know I don't have the best diet, but I've never had anything like that happen to me before. Are you going to turn the page? Oh, right. Turn the page quickly. Should probably think about this later. Seems like Natsuki is getting a bit irritated by my lack of attention to her manga. I continue to read with her in silence for a few moments. You know, I just realized that Natsuki had rushed me into this so quickly that I don't even remember her explaining what this manga is even about. Hey, Natsuki. She looks up at me curiously. What? What's this manga about again? The look in her eyes transforms from curious to furious. Did you not even hear my explanation earlier? Silence fills the air for a moment as Natsuki stares me down. Well... Wait, she's expecting an answer? I thought the question was rhetorical. No... That's what I thought. That's what she thought, then why'd she ask? This girl confuses me. It's about a pair of high school students helping each other grow closer to their crushes, eventually leading to them having crushes on each other instead. Oh, that's right. Thank you for explaining, I won't forget again. You better not. Cutesy romance manga, huh? Just learned a little more about the type of stuff she likes. I hope I can learn a little more about all the girls here. Barely have any friends at this place, so this could be a good opportunity to make some. Even if they're all girls. What do you mean, even if they're all girls? Girls make awesome friends. Anyway. A little time passes, and before we know it, we've finished the first volume. So? Jeez, you're more dense than you look. I was asking for your thoughts on the first volume. Oh, it was good. I'm actually interested in reading more. The smile creeps onto her face as she gets up out of her seat. Great, I'll get the next one then. Out of pure excitement, she quickly rushes off towards the closet in the back of the room. She seems really cute when she gets like this. After a minute or so, I look behind me and into the closet. I notice her having some trouble getting the manga. She even had to use a collapsible stool just to reach it. Why didn't she just ask me for help? I decide to leave it alone since she seems like she's got it. I wouldn't want her to ruin her sense of accomplishment. While waiting for Natsuki, Yuri approaches me.
Hello there, Tormuse.
Hey Yuri, what's up?
Sorry for bothering you, but do you happen to have a bookmark I could borrow? I seem to have left mine back at my home.
I have a feeling that Yuri doesn't approach people very often, especially people she's not used to yet. I don't have one, sorry.
I see.
But I do know my English teacher has a bunch that she lends out to students if they ask her. She's about 2 doors down. Point to my right to help indicate the classroom's location.
Oh, thank you for the assistance. I appreciate it.
It's no problem. Also, you're not a burden, Yuri. I know I'm new here, but you can ask me for anything if you need to. Yuri turns away, embarrassed. However, I can see a small smile form on her face.
I'll keep that in mind.
As we're talking, Natsuki comes back holding a manga, presumably the next volume we're going to read. I got it. I think you're really going to let... Oh. Hey, Yuri. Natsuki holds the manga to her side, almost hiding it behind her back.
Hello, Natsuki.
What are you doing over here?
Oh, no reason. Just asking Tormuse for something.
Huh. Neat. This is really awkward. Why are they acting like this around each other? Something Natsuri. No, I'm kidding. Or am I? Aren't they friends? Do you want to join us, Yuri? We were about to continue reading some of Natsuki's manga.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I wouldn't want to intrude.
Yeah, besides, it probably isn't profound enough for anyway. Yuri starts looking more nervous after Natsuki's comment.
Well, from the small portion I read once before, it does involve a lot of basic storytelling tropes.
What? Uh-oh.
Just because it doesn't have a bunch of fancy long words doesn't mean it's basic. If anything, it proves that an amazing story can still be told with short and simple words. But the simplicity of the words wasn't my original argument.
She's talking about tropes.
Although I do think that longer words give a much more rich experience compared to shorter words. That's a load of crap. Natsuki's anger has spiked. I'll have you know that. Okay, everyone. I think we're about finished for today. I'll see you all tomorrow. Whatever. I'm getting out of here. Natsuki starts walking out of the classroom, but then stops right before the door. She turns around to face me. Tell me when you want to read again, Tormuse. Or don't. I don't care. She then turns around and walks out the door. I don't think she took that very well. I look over at Yuri, who is already back at her desk, packing up her bag. She's wearing a guilty look on her face. Aw man, she's probably blaming herself for Natsuki's outburst. I should probably talk to her. I make my way to Yuri's desk. She starts packing a little faster once I come near. Hey Yuri, about what just happened? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have went over there. I always manage to ruin things. Wait, what? No, that's not. I'll remember to never disturb you two ever again. Yuri picks up her bag and starts rushing out the door. Wait, Yuri, you didn't... Before I can finish that sentence, she's already gone. Ugh. Jeez. What is up with those two? I thought everyone here was friends with each other. Let out a long sigh. Everything all right, Tormuse? I turn around to see Monica giving me a concerned look. Kinda. Hey, can I ask you a question, Monica? Sure, what's up? Do Natsuki and Yuri get along well? Like, are they friends? A blush grows on Monica's face. Oh, what's that about? I was expecting this question after that interaction earlier. Ah, you saw that? Why else do you think I made my announcement when I did? Huh? So that's why that announcement's timing was so convenient? Heh, smart move, Prez. Monica gives a small giggle. I try. But to answer your question, yes, they're friends. They just both have very strong opinions when it comes to literature. And the worst part is, their opinions are total opposites of each other. I can see that now. In fact, have they ever just hung out with each other? What's with this blush? No, not really. Anytime they've hung out together, it's usually when we're all there. I really hope they start getting along soon. Her expression changes to that of a somber one. Seems like she really cares about those two. I put my hand on her shoulder. Oh. I'm sure they will, Monica. I smile at her, hoping to reassure her. Seems to be working as she smiles back. You should probably get going, Tormuse. Wouldn't want to keep Sairi waiting, would you? Snap wink. Confused, I look out of the clubroom door and see Sairi standing against the wall of the hallway, impatiently waiting. So that's where she was. Yeah, I probably should get going. See you, Monica. Goodbye, Tormuse. His hand. His new poses and expressions. She waves at me and I wave back as I leave the room. I stare at the ground as I walk with Sairi. Once again, it's a bit quiet on the walk home today. To be fair, I suppose there isn't very much to talk about. Soon I hear Sairi speak up after a long silence, but her voice sounds very far away. Hey, you're going too fast! Slow down! I turn around slightly confused and realize that I'm actually very far ahead of her. That's strange. I guess I was walking faster than normal without realizing it? I'm sorry, Sairi. I didn't seem to notice how fast I was going. You in a hurry or something? No, I was just walking faster subconsciously, I guess. Maybe all that exercise you gave me the other day really did pay off. I say that to her teasingly as an attempt to drive away her concern about me. She giggles in response, but doesn't say much more. See you later, Tormuse. I turn to notice that we're already in front of my house. Wow. Really was speed walking. Oh, see you, Sairi. I watch her walk all the way to her home before I go inside my own. Getting hungry. I've been home for a few hours now, and I'm pretty sure the last time I ate something was when I walked through the front door. It's definitely night out, but it's probably not that late. I pull out my phone and check the time. 11:36 p.m. Could be worse. Get up from the couch and make my way over to the kitchen. I honestly have a bad habit of being too lazy to actually make any food for myself, so I usually just continue doing whatever it is I'm doing until I'm to the point of starving to death. Relatable. Then once I'm there, I get up and do something about it. It's probably really unhealthy, but I manage. Open the fridge and peer inside of it. I guess I'll just make some ramen. Not like I have any other choice. Close the fridge door, getting ready to grab the ramen from the cabinet. The door makes a loud slam noise and the fridge visibly shakes. A small glass vase wobbles on top of the fridge and tips over, falling down. Time appears to freeze as I attempt to catch it, somehow able to catch it and save it from falling onto the floor. How in the... A little surprised and proud that I was able to do that. I set the vase in the middle of the dining room table, a much safer location than the top of the fridge. I honestly don't even remember why or how it even got up there. I was just gonna say, is MC getting superpowers, like super speed on the walk home and super speed in catching the vase or something? Where is this going? So all these curious details so far. Anyway, I honestly don't even remember why or how it even got up there. Whatever, that's not important right now. What is important is the aftermath of me closing the fridge. There's no way I closed the fridge that hard. I'm positive I closed it with the same amount of force I always use. Huh. I take out a pot and start preparing the ramen while I think about the weird stuff that's happened today. First I subconsciously speedwalk and now I slam the fridge door without even trying to. Am I stressed? Or just crazy? There's also the way I caught that vase. That was really strange too. That time felt like it was moving slower when I went to grab it. It felt so unreal, like I shouldn't have been able to reach it in time. I shake my head. What am I thinking? Pretty sure I'm just tired. That has to be it. Especially since that dream last night did not do me any favors when I came to sleeping. Ah, the American spelling of favors. After the international spelling of neighborhood. That's... Like I said, I have a feeling it's multiple writers. Once I'm done making my snack, I take it with me to my room. A few minutes pass and I end up finishing my bowl of ramen and my homework. Homework from the school isn't too bad yet. Granted, it's probably because it's the beginning of the semester. Well, now that I'm finished with my homework, I might as well get ready for bed. I change out of my uniform and into some lighter clothing. Shortly after a change, I hear some noise outside. Uh-oh. Again? What's happening this time? Curious, I turn my light off and peer out my window. I spot a woman and a man standing near an alley. Different silhouettes. What are they doing? I decide to listen in. What did I tell you? I told you not to run away from me. I'm sorry, I just can't handle it anymore. Her voice is quivering. What did he do to her to make her this terrified? Guess I'll just have to take care of you then. He proceeds to reach into his pocket and pull out a handgun. My heart jumps up and into my throat. No way. He wouldn't actually shoot her, right? No, wait, please, no. I won't run away again, I promise. It's too late for that. He presses the gun against her forehead. Your pathetic, worthless life ends here. You ran away from me instead of thanking me for taking such good care of you. Such an awful woman. You can see the fear flickering through her eyes. What do I do? Ah, that pain, that burning pain. It's returning. Why now, of all times? My head pounds harshly as I watch the man press the gun against her forehead harder. Just when I thought the pain couldn't get any worse, it becomes unbearable. I fall to the floor, clutching my skull tightly. It feels like my head is about to explode. Are you just going to watch? Oh. What? Who said that? Tell me, what do you think of the scene before you? Is it serious right now? I don't even know why I'm hearing his voice and has the audacity to mock me. No need to be harsh, it's a simple question. It hurt my thoughts. I guess that's expected from a voice in my head. What am I saying? I should be worried about why it's there to begin with. Death awaits her if you do nothing. So I ask you once again, what do you think of the scene before you? I think it's horrible. She doesn't deserve to die. I want to help her. Very well. Your contract has been sealed. What? Contract? What contract? Transform your animosity into strength and unleash it upon your enemy. I can't just sit here and do nothing. Through the raging pain, I run downstairs to the front door. I don't care about being seen at this point. I just need to do something. I burst out of my front door and sprint across the street towards the man. I'm running straight at him. My hand forms into a fist as he turns around to see me coming at him at full speed. His hand is on the trigger of his handgun. The voice rings out in my head again, louder than ever. Show me how you truly feel. With this, I swing my fist towards his face. The impact of my fist is enough to knock him to the ground. I breathe heavily as I overlook him. I give him a bloody nose and knocked him unconscious. Didn't think I'd hit that hard. I look over to the woman who is standing in shock. I suggest you call the police. She nods slowly at me. I begin to walk back towards my home, the pain in my head subsiding. What did I just do? I should probably splash some water on my face. I feel really out of it. I start making my way upstairs into the bathroom. What the hell? I look in the mirror to see some guy in a mask and red jacket. Wait, that's me? Put my hand on my face to see if the mask is actually there. It is. When the hell did I change clothes? I don't even remember owning these. Whatever. Let out an exhausted sigh. Too tired to question it right now. I try to take off the outfit, but as I'm doing so, it vanishes? Now left in my black shirt and sweatpants. Again, too tired to question it. I get a cup of water and down it all in one swig. Suddenly I hear police sirens in the distance. I run to my room to see what's happening. I look out the window again and see that the woman had called an ambulance for the man I punched. As I heard earlier, the police are there too. I'm finished. There's no way I'm getting out of this unscathed. I listen in on their conversation. You can tell us what he did to you at the station, but what I would like to know right now is how he fell unconscious here. Well, someone saw me getting attacked and they punched him. They quickly left before I could even thank them. Shit. Do you know which direction they went? I close my eyes, waiting for her to rat me out. Why did I think this was a good idea? I'm definitely going to prison for this. Prison? Yeah. I think there's a good argument for self-defense here. I mean, the guy had a gun and was threatening to kill somebody. You reacted with less than lethal force. Anyway. Well, at least there'll be better food there than what I have here. I'm sorry, I was in so much shock, I don't even remember where they ran off to. Wait, what? I can't tell if she's saving my ass or if she actually doesn't remember. Either way, does this mean I'm safe? He was also wearing a mask, so I couldn't tell you his face even if I wanted to. Alright, ma'am. If you remember anything at all on the way to the station, please let us know. The woman nods and the officer walks to his car, motioning her to come along with him. The ambulance drives away and the officer gets into the driver's seat. Before she gets into the car, however, she pauses and looks in the direction of my front door. She does remember. I sit there, baffled as the car drives off. Can't believe I just got away with that. She remembered and out of gratitude she decided not to rat me out. Is this ratting me out? Come on. I think it was, perfectly defensible thing to do in the circumstances. It's not like you just went up and punched a stranger for no reason. Anyway. Also, it seems that I was already wearing those weird clothes before I ran out there. Worked pretty well as a makeshift disguise, even though I still have no idea how I got them in the first place. That's something I'll think about later. The adrenaline in my body starts to fade as I start feeling exhausted. And yet again, I'm probably not going to sleep well tonight. I fell back onto my bed, already having trouble staying awake. I slowly close my eyes and drift off to sleep. And I guess we're going into Wednesday? There you go. I think this is a good point to leave off then. Okay, well, I'll save it first chance I get. Save. Okay, so yeah, game saved. I'll pick this up another time. Yeah, this is cool so far.
Yeah, interesting. There's lots of slice of life stuff in between, like, the actual action events happening, and bit of a mystery as to what's going on. Apparently MC's getting superpowers out of nowhere. Yeah, it's cool. It's like the style of the artwork, and yeah, like I said, like a lot of work's gone into it. Pretty good proofreading too, except for the you and I, you and me thing, and the occasional slip into past tense. But whatever. Yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. So yeah, until next time.